So you've selected your distro, your song's ready to release, and you're ready to upload. But the distro is asking you for a UPC and an ISRC for your song. What the hell is a UPC or an ISRC?
What the hell is that thing?
In week 5, we are going to demystify all of that as you upload your music and get your release ready to go. With your distro, you're typically going to be asked to have a song's UPC, ISRC, C-line, P-line, catalog number, and these all seem like technicalities, but are actually really crucial in helping track all of your analytics for your release. So let us start with the UPC. UPC stands for Universal Product Code. Imagine this being your release's ID card.
It's good. It's hard to trace, I guess.
It is embedded in your music's metadata and helps track sales, it helps track streams, it helps track everything else when it's being distributed to streaming services like Spotify and Apple Music. Important thing to consider with the UPC is that it's not the actual song, but it's a single or an album release. Now let's talk about what an ISRC is. ISRC stands for International Standard Recording Code. This code represents each individual song. Every song you release has its own individual code. So as I was saying, imagine the UPC being an ID card for your whole release, but the ISRC is part of your song's DNA that will stick with it forever. Next, you'll be asked for things like a C line and a P line. C line stands for copyright line and P line stands for phonogram line. While they're both essentially the same thing when it actually is read, the C line is an identifier for who the copyright holder is, and a P line recognizes the copyright of the actual sound recording. So the C line identifies ownership and the P line credits whose copyright it actually is.
Right.
And then of course you have a catalog number, which in short is a unique identifier within a record label to keep track of all the releases a record label or an individual has released thus far.
Of course it is.
All this metadata is going to be asked of you when you release your song. So it's important you have some idea of what the hell they actually mean before you just willy-nilly pass it off and say it's done. Hope you guys liked this little explainer video. If you did, don't forget to like and subscribe and comment on what you want to see next. Next week, however, we will actually start talking about marketing and what I'm creating as marketing assets for this upcoming release for Flip Flop. I will see you guys next week.